All right, I'm going to show you hi.co.nz for Teams. Version 1 released and our first tool, Instant CV. This is for anybody that is working with job seekers, anyone that is helping other people create CVs. This is the tool for you. So I'm going to run you through it now. So first of all, what is Instant CV? So Instant CV is a tool for professionals to basically generate really strong New Zealand style CVs for other people. So to get started with Instant CV for your team, you need to start with having your own hi.co.nz account. So I'm going to jump over to hi.co.nz. So here I have an account set up. This is just a standard account that I've created. And I want to create a team account so that myself and other members of my team can create CVs for other people. So right down the bottom here, we go to hi.co.nz for teams, and we can start building our team space. So first, we need a name. I'm just making this up. So just basic details filled in here, and we hit next. And so now we're presented with basically our team dashboard, which right now holds our first tool, which is Instant CV. So I'm going to go and add some credits to this team account so that I can show you how it works. All right, so here we are in our team dashboard. We've got 10 credits, so we've purchased 10 CVs for our team to generate. And now I want to add some email addresses so that my team can actually access the tool. So I'm going to add a new person. Cool, so I've added Rachel McKay, and I can add another person. Cool, so this is my team space, awesome mahi. I've got two of my team members registered, which is basically just their email address. And here I can set limits, so I can either decide, okay, so for Rachel, I might decide that Rachel can generate 3 CVs because she's working with 3 clients right now. So that's all good. So that's basically set up. So now Rachel or Bob or whoever's in your team that you've registered their email, they can now access the Instant CV tool themselves just by using their email address. So I'm going to show you how that works now. Cool, so to access Instant CV, we're here on the home screen. We can just go to the Teams tab and we can access the Instant CV tool right from here. And now we just enter our email address. So for Rachel, we can check and we can see, cool, the email address is approved and we've received a code, 196135. So now Rachel can access the Instant CV tool. So here we are now in the, we've got an active Instant CV session. So a session lasts for 10 minutes and then after that it times out and all the information gets deleted. So from within here, Rachel can go and generate a CV for a client that she's working with. Now, let's say Rachel is working with work and income clients. This might be something that is quite familiar to her. This is kind of a typical job seeker profile that work and income clients can access. It's not a lot of detail, but this is their version of a CV, I guess. So let's say Rachel's client has this and Rachel wants to use this information to generate a full CV for her client. Okay, so Rachel's going to go and copy this information from her client that her client has provided, and she can just paste it in the Instant CV tool. So that's it. We don't need any names. We don't need any private contact information. You just put in what you're comfortable putting in. You could literally write the word barista and it would work with that. So now we've pasted the text in, we just click check. And this checks that we actually have enough information here to generate a CV for this client. That is true. So now we just put in the email address that we want the finished CV to go to. So automatically it would go to Rachel's email address, but you can change it to go to a different email address if you like, but we're going to stick with Rachel's email address. So we just hit order and we will receive our CV within 5 minutes. So here we are back at our team space. Rachel has just placed the order for her client's CV. So we can see that Rachel's limit has decreased from 3 to 2 because she's placed the order, and 1 CV has been taken off our balance. So as the team administrator, I can basically track all this from the usage tab. I can see that Rachel has placed an order for a CV, and because the CV is currently being generated, I can see the progress of that here in real time. So, and when the CV is ready, Rachel's going to receive an email. The CV is finished generating, so Rachel, we're now back in Rachel's inbox, and she's received an email to let her know the instant CV is ready. So we just open it up and click the link, which will take us straight to the generated CV in a Google Doc. And here we are. Now, just to remind you, this is the job seeker profile. This is the information that was put into the Instant CV tool. And this is what the system has generated from that information. So it follows the same process that the Hi.co.nz platform is built on, which contains hundreds of workflows that analyze the information that's put in, challenge and ask questions around what types of roles we think this person is going to be going for, so that we can then build the CV as best we can for that client. So as we can see, no personal information is used. You don't have to put any personal information from your client into the system for it to generate a strong CV. So here we've got standard CV format, a personal statement, a carefully curated selection of skills, and full job entries for each of those roles. So where we only put in the job title and dates and employer, the system has gone through and basically researched the role, made assumptions about the types of responsibilities that the client would have had where they haven't provided that themselves to actually craft this CV. And the system has done that for each of Rachel's clients' job entries. So now what Rachel is able to do is she's able to, within just a matter of 5 or 10 minutes, sit here in front of this document with her client and actually work on refining a CV that's already 80 to 90% of the way done, so that within just a few minutes or within that one session, that first session, the client can walk away, one, knowing what kind of skills that they actually have to offer where maybe they don't believe it themselves, but also with a really strong CV that either the client or Rachel has that they can use to actually put the client forward for whatever opportunities they want. And this is all done within a matter of 5 minutes with very little information. So that was Instant CV. That was the first release of our broad suite of tools that is coming for teams on Hi.co.nz. An extremely powerful tool for any teams or professionals that are working with job seekers. It's available now, and if you have any questions, reach out. I'd love for you to use it and try it out. Kia ora.